let's start recording. I probably was talking. Hey, yeah, so welcome everyone to another episode of RU.coms. It's Potato here, and
The sheepdog.
we have a fun show today, I guess. We may have some visitors.
Oh.
That's why it may be fun. I mean, visitors may not show up, and then in that case, then whatever. I guess I should eat my words. I don't know.
You should eat your hat.
I can't eat my hat. It has antlers, and then I'll choke on them.
Okay.
See, it's a cute little hat, and it's like a little deer beret. Dear beret, you are adorable.
All right. I like it. I don't know why it would be a deer beret, but
because it's a little baby deer hat. Anyway, and when I say visitors, we do go live when we record these episodes, and
where do we go live?
We once again, I have not written this. But we go live on the TikTok.
On the ticker to the talker.
Yeah, Potato here. I have my TikTok, and I guess I'll have to share it on our social medias.
What if we change the name of the show to TikTok?
No, I don't like that at all. No. Mo795 Mo says hi.
Hi, Mo.
Hi, Mo.
Hey, Mo.
So yeah, if any of you ever want to either join in on the conversation, make a comment, say something, just follow the TikTok. If you have any questions just on any of the social media that we're on, go ahead and drop us a line and let us know that hey, what's your TikTok, and then you can come listen in and say some comments and stuff. And now what's up? You're doing something with your finger.
You'll get some pre-show. Well, I'm just watching my reflection.
Oh, okay.
Get some pre-show
right.
Chat and post-show chatter too. If you get on TikTok,
the Tiki-Talkie, yeah. And then you can actually see us. Because obviously, this is just all audio. But if you go to our live show, then you actually get to see us, and you get to see the cool hat that I have right now, and you get to see into Sheepdog's house. Yeah, he's got like a giant sheepdog stuffed toy. Those are what is it? Squishables? What?
Yeah.
I can't remember what they're called.
You can see the area where I put on my stilettos and step on cream pies for my corn cob videos.
Right.
Yeah, it's right here.
And since that's basically our intro, let's go right into that. I have a few choice words. They're not a few choice words. I've got a bunch of random words. They were not very chosen very carefully.
No.
Did not do that much research in usual potato manner. That may change next week. We'll see. So yeah, this is an episode 8. We're on episode 8 already with Sheepdog.
Yeah.
I think we're on episode 8. And yeah, all right, corn cob. So since we're live, I'm pretty sure the FCC won't let me be, and I'm pretty sure they will fine us. Right? They will take us for all that we are worth.
A very stiff fine.
So let's just say, okay, so corn cob.
Mm-hmm. What is that?
So what it actually starts with is P, and then the second word is H, and it's a site where you can go for release and other stuff like that. I'm sure I can say those words.
To get some cream corn, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So anyway, we're gonna for the sake of the podcast, we're just gonna call it corn cob. So what if, okay, I don't even know how to start this. Okay, so corn cob, the usual videos on there. You know that what's going on? What's going on outside your window?
There's a beautiful blue bird outside my window. It just flew away though. But anyway,
Oh,
I was looking at it. It's
it
fine.
knew that you were watching it, and it felt
Exactly. It felt
not okay, and it was
naked.
like, "What are you doing?" Okay, so corn cob. So normally on corn cob, you go there, like I said, whatever, I mentioned it already. You go
Sure.
there, you watch your video, and then you're out of there. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Or I guess there are some people that like to do marathons and continue to be on there for a while, for maybe a few hours, or I don't know. I don't know.
You can get your politics from there. You can watch some news.
Wait, no, I haven't gotten there. Hold on, hold
Oh,
on.
oh,
So,
okay.
what if Um, what if actually? Wait, I forgot my time limit. What's my time limit?
Well, I'll just start it now. How about that?
Okay. Because we don't want to go too long. I know our
No,
episodes
no,
have
no.
been
It's
kind of
okay.
longish. Anyway,
Who told you
so
that?
what what if uh that just became the new platform?
Mhm. For Donald Trump?
Because
For the
no,
president?
no,
President?
stop. What? The new platform that we go to instead of YouTube.
Oh, okay.
Because the other day
Mhm.
I came across a video it was like a commentary video on there. And
Okay.
I thought that was really interesting because I'm like,
Like a
huh,
commentary track where they were explaining what was happening.
no, have
You,
you
you think?
watched commentary videos on YouTube before?
I don't know. Explain what one would be.
Okay, commentary video. They talk about a certain thing, like a certain topic, and then they comment on it, on
Oh,
their thoughts, their feelings, and all that
so like
on the
the
specific topic.
news channels do that a lot. They'll tell you things and then they tell you what to think about it, like that.
But on YouTube, there are commentary channels. So there's different YouTubers that you go, and then I mainly listen to like the ones that are kind of funny. Um, and they have funny takes on specific things. Oh, Abby Hunter says hi. Let's say hi to
Hi,
Abby
Abby Hunter.
Hunter.
Hi.
Um, so
Hope
they
you catch an
yeah.
Abby today.
They'll say their take on a specific subject
Like
topic.
us.
Right, but
Okay.
better.
No, how is that possible?
So I thought that was really cool, that I'm like, wait, but what if?
What
And
if?
so that made me think that there's also very wholesome videos on corn cob.
Oh,
Like
like kids playing with toys, their parents'
there's a
toys.
guy that is, saying very nice things, like making sure you're okay before I go off to work or something like that. And the video is legit just this guy going like whatever. I never got around to watching them, but I've seen them there, that he's like, like, hey, are you doing okay? Da, 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 and
Of
stuff like that. It's like,
ASMR.
okay, gonna go,
ASMR.
and then but it's not ASMR. It's just like a POV, but it's a guy actually being wholesome and not being like an asshole. So it's pretty cool. And then there's like Watsky. He put out a music video on Corn Cob like a
Really?
few years ago.
Huh.
So that's like, I feel like that could be the next platform, because like YouTube has kind of been going downhill. There's like a bunch of just bull on there, like, and they're just being really messed up to their actual like creators that are on there. So maybe creators have to move to corn cob. Like,
Well,
I would I
you
would
missed,
follow people
I
onto
think
there.
think you missed the story recently though, that they came under a great deal of scrutiny because they have the same issues. And when I say the same issues, I mean like even going as far as like, you know, underage corn huskers or whatever. So there's a and exploitation. I mean, so people were talking about making the trek away from corn cob to only cans.
Oh,
I think you
only
say
cans.
OnlyFans. I think you say only
Only cans. Yes. Don't.
only
No, you
cans.
can't say OFs.
Oh, really? Okay. Well, then
Yeah.
only cans.
Yeah.
Because it's more holistic and farm to table type of corn eating.
Oh,
Um,
yeah.
so I don't know. I think any platform, once it gets so big,
Hmm.
there's always opportunity for a scandal like that and
Oh.
exploitation. So, I mean, I don't know. Is YouTube's exploitation worse or is it better when it comes? I mean, that woman that got deplatformed and they took away her money and she went to YouTube angry to lob a complaint
Hmm.
um, violently. Um, that kind of shows you, that that just simply taking away people's source of income is also an exploitation, whether or not it involves corn.
Hmm.
I don't know. I don't, I don't know. I don't
I
know.
don't know. I think that, I guess they would get away with saying and doing things on there that otherwise, I don't know. I guess it's just there's this whole thing going on with like, I don't know. Now my brain's all like,
I
it's
know they
like
would
a
like.
tangle.
They would probably like that. I think they would love the traffic.
Yeah,
I do think that it does bring up the point that maybe there should be a new platform for
right.
create. And I know that there are other options. The Legal Eagle guy is always talking about the channel that he's helped create that is specifically designed for creators. But I mean, it just has to get big enough, like a corn cob or a Q cube. Well, we can
Oh,
say YouTube on here.
you could say YouTube. I was like, what are you trying to say? And then I'm like, oh, YouTube. Yeah, you can say YouTube. That's allowed.
Yeah, I don't know. I definitely think that there needs to be something that allows for users to. I mean, you have to be big for you to make the first penny. Now it's not like the old days where you could have one viral video and then you can be the chocolate rain guy for the rest of your life.
Right.
Uh, Nowadays, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know that there's any chocolate.
Well,
Well, there are chocolate rain videos on Porn Cop, but
also, I was gonna say nowadays everybody wants to talk like they got something to say,
uh-huh.
but like nothing comes out when they move their lips.
Just a bunch of gibberish.
Yeah, basically.
It's
Cause
almost as though
like
they forgot about Trey. Do we say Dre?
that's allowed.
Okay, we can say that. That's good.
No, they're gonna fine us like $50 for that one.
Give us that stiff corn cob fine.
Oh no.
Well, okay. So let's talk about something else then. Let's talk about
Yeah.
when we're talking about ethics. There's another website that everybody's been using, especially since the pandemic began. We've all been using it. We know that they don't treat their people all that well, and that's Amazon? No, Amazon. We could say Amazon. And I guess the question is, what would it take to stop using Amazon? What would it take?
Yeah, I mean, well, PLD Tony said, my pizza.
Oh,
So maybe
Grubhub
their
takes
pizza.
over. Grubhub or
I guess that's what it has to be.
oh, that poor guy. He's got the pizza. It
Yeah.
sounds like he burnt his mouth with it. Is that what happened?
Maybe. I don't know. They just kind of they came in, said that, and left the room. So
Okay, well then we can ignore them because they're gone.
um
I mean, you get free delivery, next day delivery, which is crazy. I mean,
Right.
I work in logistics and free delivery, next day delivery, all that stuff. It's incredibly difficult to do, and I know that it would basically make it very difficult for a driver to make a living.
Right, because yeah, you get next day delivery, but literally at what cost?
Right.
Like the cost of these people that are just they're not, and you can't just be like, well, then why don't they just get a new job? Because it's not that easy to just stop working at a place and going on to your next job. You can't just do that. So of course there's people that are going to be working there even though they're suffering.
Right.
It's just,
I mean, there's a reason why cities and states will compete to get an Amazon warehouse, because there just aren't enough jobs for the number of people, which is why, you get people like Andrew Yang that are like, we should have a basic income so people can pursue their passions or whatever.
right.
People need to work. Most people do not like their jobs. Most people would do anything to get out of their jobs, but they can't do anything about it because they have to work. It's wage slavery. But anyway, but you go to Amazon because you can look for and find the cheapest possible version of your good, and then you don't even pay for delivery, and somebody has to make that good. Somebody has to logistically ship that good. They have to pick that good. They have to mail that good. Somebody has to deliver that good, and you're paying the lowest possible price, which is great for the consumer, but it's not good for anybody except for the people at the top that are taking that slim margin and barely paying the people that in the middle.
Right.
And a lot of those goods aren't even there's no quality control, because it could come from someplace. It could set your house on fire. You can't sue Amazon for it because somehow they're immune from any kind of liability for the goods that they sell and profit from.
Definitely. Yeah.
So what would it take? What would it take?
What would it take? I mean, I've slowly been moving to Etsy. Unfortunately, though, even on Etsy, I get these things that I'm like, I literally just, like the other day, I went to buy some little flower crowns that lit up. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to get some off Etsy. And I see some and I'm like, hey, those look really familiar, because in the past, when I had used Amazon, I'm pretty sure I'd seen them. And sure enough, I looked it up and same exact ones. So people on Etsy are purchasing things from Amazon to sell on Etsy. And that's kind of defeating the purpose of
arts and crafts.
You're trying to buy local. What are you doing? So it's hard. Also, there's a whole matter of you're purchasing from people that you're not even sure if you're going to be getting that product when you like at all. I ordered a pin off Etsy. It's really funny because the pin is it's a pin that says support your local artist. I purchased that pin in like June and I didn't receive it until December.
Wow.
And
That's like a Kickstarter.
Yeah, they lived in Indiana, so it's not even that far away. And then I had tried to contact them. They had closed down their Etsy store at one point. I had to track them down. I tracked them down to Instagram, and then they blocked me. And it was just all kinds of headache. Like,
how much was that pen?
It was like $8.
That was a very expensive pen. You could have made it 3 times yourself.
But I did it. And see, so like that's the whole point, that I'm like, okay, here's a thing that I kind of want, and here's an artist that is willing to make the thing. Am I gonna get the thing though? Will it arrive on time? So like, yes, people are moving to Etsy. Like I said, I'm moving on to Etsy. It's just that it's Etsy is making it hard for people to try to move to them because they're not, I don't know, I guess they have to what's it called, that you got to like make sure that the person is a-okay.
Quality control.
Yeah, quality control, there we go, is lacking that quality control. Though I have had some very good, some positive experiences with their shop. What is it? Shop Glow Room. They are awesome. I received some earrings. They were broken, and they like immediately sent me a new set. They're like, because I provided pictures. I'm like, these are the earrings. They're broken, and they're like, so sorry about that. Here's a new thing. And it was great. I was like, this is great customer service, and it wasn't like, did you break them or anything like that. It was like, I can see in the picture that it's broken. I'm so sorry. And then immediately, got a new set sent out, and they're pretty awesome. They're black light, and they're peace signs, and it's pretty great. Yeah, so I guess that's where it is. It's that whatever website can be the next Amazon has to be able to be up to those standards. And I guess those standards are just so high. They're like robot standards. And it's because the people are not being treated like people. They're being treated like robots.
Right. And I guess it also begs the question, are there really truly ethical businesses? Does capitalism allow that?
Yeah.
Like, I know sometimes we pick businesses because they have similar values to our own. For example, like Hobby Lobby, for example, there's a lot of reasons to not shop there, right?
Right. Yeah.
And one of them is the reason why people shop there, because they share their values. And
right.
But then there are other things like the founder buys art from stolen art that the Taliban, ISIS took, and he's basically funding terrorism. So it gets even deeper. But finding a business that aligns with your values, you may still be doing things that are immoral. That don't. I don't know that there's a business around that has values that will keep this planet from dying.
Yeah. Feels bad, man.
Yeah, you buy something. You just buy a phone, and you got slave kids in Africa digging up the lithium.
And
and
I think it has to do with just the fact that, I guess, just going back to the whole Etsy thing, that whole communication, it has to do with the consumers as well. This whole like Panasonic, I don't know if I can say the actual word, so I'm just gonna say this whole Panasonic has shown that people are really really I don't think you've heard that term yet being used Panasonic for that. No, there's a couple of things. This Panera, this
why are they going after other brands? Corona had it bad enough. Stop drinking that.
It's the word.
They won't
anyway,
eat Panera
no, hold
anymore.
on. Let me just not go off track, because you know how I can get. This whole thing has shown how selfish people are.
Sure.
And that whole, I'm just gonna use that example of the earrings. Like, that could have arrived to someone who, was expecting them to be intact, and then they attack the artist and is like, hey, I got them and they were broken. I never want to shop from you again. Give me back my money.
Yeah.
That's the way that some people act. And then the artists don't want to continue because they get hate mail like that. And, okay, I'm being dramatic. It's not like they would just stop completely. But then they get a little bit more, I guess, jaded towards people. And they're like, I don't like dealing with people that are just always constantly yelling.
Yeah.
Which is one of the reasons why, there's a lot of reasons why I ended up quitting my retail job. But one of them was I was getting very drained by, because I usually work at night. And so at the end of the night, before going to bed, I would just feel drained if I had a really bad night at work, because people are just selfish and rude, and like, there's no reason to be acting this way. There's no reason just to yell at someone just because you were confused about the policies.
Right.
And
Yeah.
Yeah, as long as people continue being that way and needing things as soon as possible, sometimes there is a reason to need something as soon as possible. I get it. Like, you need your groceries and you kind of have forgotten over the last few days because you've been working so much that by the time, you start running out of food, you're like, oh no, I need to buy some food. Oh, luckily Amazon can deliver it to my house. So when I wake up tomorrow morning, it's going to be sitting at my front door. Awesome. I think
Right.
that's great. I wish there was a company that could do it for about the same price, and that would be amazing. But yeah, I guess, no ethical consumption under capitalism.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, even like something like Grubhub, they take a big cut out of the margin of the food that they deliver. It's rough. I mean, because you got to make a money and you got to make a buck. We're all trying to do it, and then you don't have a lot to left over, so you go to something like Amazon and spend very little. So I guess what we need is we need the Conley only cans version of Amazon.
just
That's not a
just
common
hang
word.
out. I wish I could have him hanging out on my shoulder. So quick thing.
Yeah,
Anthony
Anthony.
Anthony D4445. Hey, thanks for the follow. Yeah, I hope that you join us next Friday as well.
Hi,
Also,
Anthony.
Steuben says, uh
Hey,
and so
Steven.
that's an interesting comment on this
Hmm.
whole situation. But yeah, there's that. You can see how like my bed
Beautiful.
isn't even made. What?
No. Uh-uh. Yeah. See, here's my problem. I once bought something on Etsy from an artist, and then I found out that they weren't ethical because his name was Army Hammer.
What did you happen to buy rope from him? Is that what it was?
No, I actually it was more like a cameo type of thing. I paid him $5 to call me by his name. All right, and that's our show, everybody.
Oh, sheepdog and potato out.